What is up, you beautiful, beautiful gamers, and we welcome back to role-playing games, to this merry old corner in the internet where we sometimes like to talk about video games. And Diablo 2 Remaster has been in the talks since last year. Actually, there was many articles that talk about a possible official release. We of course had the modded version of Diablo 2 with this 4K and 60 FPS features. But who knows, dude? Maybe with an official release of Diablo 2 remaster or remake, we'll get to that later in the video. Maybe we'll see come to consoles as well, and have like a rekindle on the online features that were just back in the day, like playing the online Diablo was beautiful, beautiful stuff. But let's get into the matter of this thing of Diablo 2 Remake, supposedly a thing which I can be pretty sure to tell you guys it's confirmed stuff. Video game publisher Activision Blizzard Inc. took another step in consolidating control over Division Blizzard Entertainment, which once took pride in its autonomy by shifting a 200-person design studio to its ranks. Blizzard, the maker of games like World of Warcraft, Overwatch, has traditionally developed most of its games in-house, but in recent years the Activision publishing arm has taken a stronger hand in Blizzard's operation. Vicarious Visions, based in Albany, New York, has been working with Blizzard since last year on the Diablo franchise, including a planned remake of Diablo 2. People familiar with the plans said they asked not to be identified discussing private information. A Blizzard spokesman declined to comment on Vicarious Visions' current projects, only confirming that the studio, quote, has been working with Blizzard for some time, end quote. And this is where things get juicy. Why do I talk about a, confirmation if this thing is just a leak? First and foremost, the article is from Bloomberg. Bloomberg are quite reliable, but that's not like my main sustain on the matter. The main thing in here is that with the release of StarCraft 2, fans were asking for Diablo 2. They were like, alright Blizzard, StarCraft 2, it's actually quite nice, we enjoy it, it's an amazing game, it's a good game, but we actually want Diablo 2, where's that? And David Brevik, lead designer back then, was like, yeah, it's funny that you mentioned something about Diablo 2, because it's like it's a nice plan, but we were moving quite around, and those are like a whole lot of jigs to have in consideration, and yeah, we don't have them anymore. Yeah, we kinda might have lost the assets, so making a remaster of Diablo 2 can be quite troublesome. And there's that, like the assets they are pretty much lost. He officially responded to this thing, but there was this leaker, leaks again. It's always with leaks, but bear with me here. Take a look. They're saying, according to sources cited by French site Actu-Gaming, a subsidiary of Activision called Vicarious Vision is working on a remaster scheduled for the fourth quarter of this year called Diablo 2 Resurrected. Actu-Gaming's editor previously called the Diablo 4 Shadowlands and Overwatch 2 announcements shortly before they were made public at BlizzCon last year, so they are slightly more reliable than the average leaker. Huh? This article is from March 2020. My memory serves me well. Back then there was no word of this thing, and the leaker actually quoted the same studio that was recently acquired to be fully working Blizzard, which is Vicarious Visions. I suck at my memory, but he said he came out there and say they're working on Diablo 2 remaster. Whether if it's a remaster of a remake, I highly doubt it's just a remaster, because like David Brevik mentioned before, most of the assets were not salvageable, and other maybe like the engine is no longer workable. So take a look at this. The studio that we are talking in here, they are professionals and they specializes. They have true and powerful credentials behind them. Their pedigree is based mostly strongly on remakes, like you can see with the Tony Hawk and Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy. The Insane Trilogy is just a solid remaster in my opinion, so it would make sense only that they would be working on a remake for the Diablo 2. Until last year, the Diablo 2 remake was set to be developed by Blizzard's Team 1, part of the company's Irvine, California campus that had become known for reworking classic games. The most recent release in January 2020 was a remake called Warcraft 3 Reforged. The title was poorly received due to glitches and missing features, earning 59 out of 100 points on the review aggregator Metacritic, the lowest score a Blizzard game has ever gotten. Members of Team 1 met to discuss what had gone wrong. Internal Blizzard documents reviewed by Bloomberg pinpointed the game's failure on poor planning, miscommunication, and a rushed release due to financial pressure from management, among other factors. You know, I always feel sorry about the poor developers in this kind of situations. Because, you know, yeah, I know Cyberpunk 2077 has been in the mouth of every single person in the world right now. But in my personal opinion, it's just not fault of the developers. It's fault of the marketing practices that they handle and the up-top commands that, like the up-top commands with Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red did came out and say it was our fault. Like the call was from ourselves, from the among the table, the main table. And as you can see, it was pretty much the same with Warcraft 3. At least this is a precedent for Blizzard that they have something tangible to what happens to the goddamn game when they advertise and they push something that was like that, something that's not coming actually to the market. Some of the features that were heavily criticized were like a whole lot of performance issues and bugs, and this mixing between the online stuff not working because meddling with the old servers and stuff like that. There was a whole lot of bunch of stuff, but me personally, dude, might actually feel like a little thing to you, but when I played Warcraft, the Frozen Throne, and Reign of Chaos back in the day, I remember this final cutscene, little old Mary old James watching the final old cutscene between the fight of Arthas versus Illidan, which was like this mid-in-game modeling cutscene of Arthas fighting using the Frostmourne against Illidan. And you know, I was so excited about Warcraft Reforged because they were going to do that on every single cutscene on the game. It's not that the game has bad graphics or anything or needed like to be reforged. I still enjoy it to this day, but those promises, that's what got, in my personal opinion, the hate that they received, mostly heavily relied on that. And you know, well, as you can see, there is a precedent in here in case like they are going to mess up. I don't think that's going to be the case anymore thanks to that. But I feel deeply sorry for the developers because the studio was like ripped apart. Some people got some like other jobs among the company. Apparently, as you can see in the article right here, Team 1 wanted to avoid repeating the mistakes of Warcraft 3 Reforged on its next project, the remake of Diablo 2. Shortly after the post-mortem, however, Blizzard pulled that project from the team and put the division behind Diablo 4 in charge. A group at Vicarious Visions is also working on the remake, which was known as Diablo 2 Resurrected. Things are starting to fall into place. As you can see right here, the leak was called Diablo 2 Resurrected back in the day, back when we did not got like anything tangible about this new studio being completely absorbed by Blizzard. So it's pretty much safe to say that this thing is actually happening, that this thing is actually going to be, pardon the redundance, a thing. You know, I feel sorry about the developers because the first team reported by Bloomberg that was working on the Diablo 2 remake or remaster, I don't know what this thing will be. I hope it's a remake. It got like ripped out. Some people like got to some other job positions and among the company, or got favors for another companies. It's just a sad situation. Nevertheless, do let me know, guys, in the comments below what you think about this. Do you miss Diablo 2? Oh, merry old beautiful days of Diablo 2. Will you be coming back once that this thing gets to be in our hands? Will you get a game? Will you enjoy it? With that being said, I'll see you beautiful gamers in the next one. Don't you ever forget that each and every single one of you people watching merry old James are beautiful people. See you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay awesome. I'll see you later.